Hello YouTube land, it's Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. Today is, I think it might be the 23rd, I'm not 100% sure. Everything's blending. I figure I got you outside today because I've been spending the day outside digging, pulling weeds. As you can see, my knees are really dirty. Having fun. Let me tell you, I'm sleeping so much better since I've been able to go outside and exert some of this pent-up tension. I sleep much better. I know it's only been a few days since I've posted, but I got stuff to say and show, so I figured I'd get on here and show. The first thing I wanted to address was I was watching Sandy from Left is Right Crochet, and she mentioned that she had started her Fudge shawl and then felt bad that, you know, she wasn't paying attention and it's not started till the 25th. The official start is the 25th, but we are allowing whips. Actually, I didn't confirm with Reggie, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be okay if you start now. As of the 25th, we are allowing whips as long as it's less than 50% done. So, Sandy, it's okay. We are not the crochet police. I mean, you know, if people really, sorry, it's seasonal stuff, you know. If people really feel, you know, get a kick out of beating the system, have at her. Like, you know, we're not the police. Whatever, you know, just do what your heart tells you to do. This is supposed to be fun, and yeah, if you want to participate, it'd be great. So that's out of the way. Now, what have I been up to? I'm still knitting sweaters. My orange sweater is giving me a little bit of a headache. It is a seamed sweater, so piecing it and making it look good is a little challenging. But I'm also doing a raglan top-down one-piece sweater that I'm knitting, and I'm loving that one, so that seems to be getting my attention. I have one sleeve left to do, and probably by next week I'll have that to show you. What else have I been up to? So, I've been into doing little things. So the first thing that I made was, now I've made this before, when I first started crocheting, and there's a tutorial by Mikey from the Crochet Crowd. It's a pattern from Yarnspirations, and it is called the Stepping Texture Hat. As you can see that. It's a free pattern, and it's using Bernat Softy Chunky. I did not have Bernat Softy Chunky, but I did have Charisma, and it's a number 5 bulky, and the colorway is charcoal. Did have some of that, and I created that. Is that not adorable? Now, I have made this before, but I never followed the written pattern. I followed Mikey's tutorial, and it came out great every time. But, you know, over the last year, I've been training myself to only work from patterns, because we will have another property, and that property will not have internet. So I cannot rely on tutorials, so I've been teaching myself how to read and become, you know, fairly good at reading patterns. So that's what I've been doing. So I printed off the pattern and I got stuck. And I didn't know what to do, and I'm like, what? This pattern's not written right. What is wrong with this? Why is it not working? And what do? I harass Laurel. I'm like, there's something wrong with this pattern. Read it, please. Tell me. There's something wrong with it. I was convinced it wasn't me. No, it was me. Laurel took it step by step for me, and that's what good friends do. And she explained it to me, and I'm like, oh yeah. Then I saw it. Now I'll never make that mistake again. But yeah, so this one was done with the pattern. It's essentially an Apache tear stitch, but in one color. And it's great. I loved it. I thought it was great, and okay, it's a little big for me, and I even have a ponytail on. It's a little big for me, but that's okay. This one's going to be donated anyway. So, yeah, made that. And so that took a lot longer than it should have. Okay, so I've got that one done. Then, I think I told you guys in my last last episode that I'll be making a lot of dishcloths, and because my daughter has requested a bunch. So I'm practicing. So the first one, a while ago, Carrie Penny from the Happy Crafty Homemaker, she had a video on knitting and like, I really need to watch that video again, but tips and tricks and suggestions for newbies, or not newbies, but people who want to go from crocheting to knitting. So knitting for crocheters. And anyway, I'll leave the link for that video down below. I found it fascinating and very helpful. She suggested the Boxy Dishcloth. Finally got around to making it. I made the Boxy Dishcloth. Isn't it great? Now it is a one-sided because the pattern is different on the other side. Love it. So this is made with kitchen cotton. So I made that one. Then, in my last video, a few people suggested some dishcloths, and that's what I love about this community. You guys, you know, 99.9% of you are nice, wonderful people, and some of you even have great suggestions, and I try to follow. So the first one, this one was recommended by MJM on YouTube. It's a free pattern, and it's the Waffle crochet dishcloth. Now I've made a blanket out of the Waffle crochet, but never thought to make it into a dishcloth, and that's what I did. I even put a little handle on it. Is that adorable? So this one is the Waffle crochet dishcloth by Flory. I'm gonna leave a link for that. Now this is made with acrylic yarn, and I thought to myself, why are we only making dishcloths out of cotton yarn? Like, I have a lot more acrylic, and I like working with acrylic much more than I do with kitchen cotton. So I did a little research online, and really it's a matter of choice, really. Cotton, yes, it's a natural product, but once you add all the dyes and everything, it's no longer natural anyway. But the great thing about acrylic or synthetic fibers is they dry faster, so you won't have that stink. Like if you don't wash, I wash my dishcloths every 2 days, but if you don't, if you leave it like 3 or 4 days, it might start to smell a little, and that's because it's a natural fiber. It's much more prone to bacteria. So this, I would think, is better for the kitchen. So anyway, I made this, and I'm going to be making all of, from now on, I'm going to be trying to use my scrap acrylic yarn to make dishcloths for my daughter. So I made that one. I don't know what it is, but it feels like a red heart type of thing. And this one as well. Now, the other person that suggested something is Deborah here on YouTube, and she suggested another diamond dishcloth by Chelsey Clammer. And there it is. It's a free pattern as well, and it's a knit pattern. Oh my God, look at what I made. Oh, it's upside down. Look at this. I'm so proud of this. I can't even tell you how proud I am. Yes, there is one major mistake. So I'm going along, and I'm trying to count the stitch count, and it's a 38 stitches across. And I got to there, and I'm like, oh my God, there's 37. Where did I lose a stitch? So I just added one, but didn't think that that's what's, you know, it caused this bowing. So anyway, but I'm still very, very proud of this. Look at that. It's a bunch of yarn overs and knit two togethers, and I'm so happy with this. So I will definitely be making this again, and it's made with the same acrylic yarn as the other one. And then the last dishcloth is also made out of cotton, and I was researching knitting sweaters, and I don't know why it suggested how to knit a blanket. So I watched the video, and I took what they were talking about, and I made a dishcloth out of it. I don't know if you can see it. So it's essentially a big blanket condensed to dishcloth format. But look at the knitting and my sides. I'm so happy with this too. I just took the idea of a knitted blanket and made it into a dishcloth. Anyway, that's all I have for today, and I'm under 10 minutes. That's awesome. I'm gonna check in with you again maybe in a week or so. In the meantime, Everyone enjoy the great weather if you're having great weather. If not, I'm sorry for you. We will talk soon.